If you have around 1 million saved and you're wondering whether you can retire at 55, you're not alone. That's one of the most common questions I get. But here's the truth. It's not just about how much you've saved, it's about how your savings are structured, how much you'll actually spend, and how long you need it to last. Because $1 million today isn't the same as $1 million 30 years from now. If you're new here, I'm Zach Chiara. I'm a certified financial planner, and I help people turn their retirement portfolio into a plan they can actually live on. Let's walk through the 3 simple steps of what this really looks like and what it would take to retire at 55 with confidence. Step number 1 is, what will you spend? Most people assume they'll spend about what they do now, or even more. But here's the reality. In your early retirement years, say your 50s and early 60s, your spending might spike. You're traveling, remodeling the house, helping kids with college, so on. But after that, spending usually dips. You're not commuting, you've paid off the mortgage, your lifestyle's calmed down a bit, so on. And you're not saving for retirement anymore because you're in it. That's why we don't just use a flat spending number. We build a plan that adjusts for real life. We call it the retirement spending smile. And if you don't plan for these phases, you're either going to overspend or underspend out of fear. Step number 2, where will you pull money from? Here's where a lot of people get tripped up. Let's say your 1 million is all in a 401k. You're under 59 and a half and you want to retire at 55. Unless you use the rule of 55 or another early withdrawal strategy, you could be facing penalties. And even if you avoid those, pulling too aggressively, too early from a tax-deferred account could cost you in the long run. That's why we help clients build a withdrawal bridge using brokerage accounts, cash reserves, and other sources to get through the early years without putting pressure on their portfolio. If all your money is in one bucket, you're going to limit your options. Step number 3, what's the risk of getting unlucky? Even if your plan works on paper, what happens if the market drops right after you retire? That's what we call sequence of returns risk. And it's one of the biggest threats to a retirement, because if your portfolio drops by 20% in year 1 and you're still withdrawing $60,000 a year, it can wreck your future returns. That's why it's so important to build margin into the plan. Sometimes that means working 1 or 2 extra years, starting with lower withdrawals, or creating part-time income to reduce the pressure early on. Not because you can't retire now, but because you want to retire comfortably and confidently. So, is $1 million enough to retire at 55? It depends on your spending, on your taxes, your income sources, and how well your plan handles real life, not just spreadsheets. Some people with 1 million are absolutely ready. Others need more time, more flexibility, or a better structure. That's what we help people figure out every single day. If you're looking for more personalized, in-depth resources, I left a bunch of them in the description, so you can click below to check those out, and be sure to subscribe for weekly early retirement videos.